We're live. Go get my drink. It's in the freezer.
Okay.
Please. Bum, bum, bum. Good morning. Just getting the last few things set up here. Couple of fun topics today. We're going to, let me tune this down just a hair. We're going to talk about a couple of things today. One of the main things, so I'm turning the sound down a little bit. Let me know if I send it too far down. One of the things is going to be magic.
Believe in magic.
And I hope you do. Baron Big Red Juice. Why we are singing Ronald McDonald to this, I don't know. So we're going to talk a little bit about magic today, I think, and then whatever else tends to happen. I know in Apocrypha, some of our discussion kind of went towards tarot and things like that and divination, so that's also on the board today to continue that conversation. But, yeah, we're looking at really kind of talking about the black magic, white magic kind of conversation, and really looking at what that is. I don't know why it's doing that.
What does that mean is?
What does that mean is?
It's all manipulation.
I need to change.
Dragon Ed's in the house. Manny, good morning.
Properties.
Good morning, Regs. Good morning, Paranormal Witch. Paranormal Witch is the magistrate. Right? Oh, let's have some of this mead. What a week. I had a week. A lot of bitches at work.
Why is this so difficult?
Oh, ma petite. Now you want to come in?
Why do you, yeah, just let her.
Should I shut the back door, you think, to the pool so
If
they
they're
can't
all
go
in,
out?
I would, yeah.
I just don't want you to fall in the pool. I would just kill myself.
I'm trying to figure out, like, they've changed some stuff in OBS, and I am in the image, but it won't let me change where the images are coming from. Which is very strange and very weird. Yes, so excited. Hey, Furry Rage, welcome in. This is really annoying me at the moment. I should simply be able to right-click on the slideshow, properties, and there's no option for where the image files are coming from. Maybe I just figured it out. Who knows? Pictures. All right. Hopefully you can still hear us, that we got that part fixed. And hopefully the sound isn't kind of funny. Hopefully our sound is good.
What are they saying?
That you are just a piece of dirt and you just need to go away.
Wow, furry rage, fur.
Fur. Fur and murmur.
Eggs.
Alright, I think we're good. Sound should be okay. We shouldn't be frying or anything. Strawberry mead. By the way, just out of the record, to kind of share, if anybody chooses to go down to the Kava Bar, Botanical Brewing in Cape Coral, or any of the Kava cultures, don't get half pear and half tiki, because we were so lit last night.
So the pear has Delta 9 in it.
And we didn't realize quite how much.
We didn't realize how much. And it tastes so good that you just keep drinking it and drinking it.
Just, you know, put
enjoying
it out
the flavor. Put it in your mouth.
If you would like to know, if you've never, how about this? If you've never smoked marijuana and you'd like to feel what it's like without doing it and to do it legally,
get a Delta 9 drink.
Get a Delta 9 drink, the perfect pair at Kava.
But be careful.
Get a small drink and have a driver.
Be careful. Do it in sections. Drink like a fourth of it.
Yes, that was a mess.
I think the drink version's like more concentrated or something. Ooh, Lord, I ain't never felt that high.
My hair's a mess.
It looks good to me.
Excuse me.
I've never felt that high in my life.
I am telling you.
And no coughing with drinking this. That's a benefit.
I was shocked. It was, a shot maybe next time.
A shot of it, definitely. You want to be at home, like to me.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're waiting, trying to let the swear off so I can leave.
And made the rest. I couldn't read. I couldn't focus. I couldn't do anything. Oh my God, we got home, thankfully. But yeah, we had to stay longer, and we were there for like 5 hours.
Got the time just like warps there. Like you don't even realize what time it is.
It really does.
Like it felt like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I was like, no, 5.
Yeah, and I'm covered in dog hair and everything else, so we'll just have to deal with it. What?
Nothing.
I'm being judged. Y'all can't see, but I am.
Nope, none of them can see that. Dog hair and stuff.
Oh, that breeze feels good, doesn't it?
It does. It feels wonderful.
It'd be nice if we had a front porch.
Yeah. Judgment.
All right. I mean, is it time? It's like 5 minutes to 11. Should we go ahead and change over?
Do it.
Should we? Shouldn't we? Let's do it. What's up?
Good morning. I'm in blue. Happy blue today.
I'm wearing all black.
Oh, it's good morning, Tabby.
We'll come out of studio mode so we're not using too much information energy. We did not get this set up like we promised last week, so that's okay though. We'll do it again. We'll try again.
Good morning, Ravenna.
Good morning, Ravenadon. And Tabby. Sorry I didn't see you hop in there, Tabby. Good morning. How's it going? Yeah.
Thank you, Paranormal Witch.
Thank you. And it's gorgeous outside right now. I think our high today is 80. Like, that's low.
Really nice. This is why you moved to Florida. But you got to get through the scorching summer. And then the winter is so like...
the scorching wet summer.
To 85 degrees every day.
Yeah, it feels so good.
80, ew. How cold is it there? 22?
But it's, I'm going to say, Manny, it's the high today is 80, but it is not a wet 80.
32. Oh, Lady Dragon, it's 32.
Maravenya wagagiti wa Uvindo Vindaro.
How's it going? The weather is so awesome. 45. 45. I could probably
Finn,
do.
Of all the things you growl at, you're not growling at Tina, sir.
It'd be nice to be able to wear like a light sweater or a hoodie sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Cleveland this past week, and it was like, I don't know, 40 at night and 55 during the day. It was fine.
32? Yeah, those 32s, that's a little cold to me, right on the edge of freezing.
Hey, just to check, guys, do we sound too loud? We haven't really changed anything, but I keep going into the yellow and red in our audio mixer, which isn't normal. So that usually means we're a little hyper loud sometimes. So just let me know.
45. Is there still snow? Lady Dragons.
Good. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes our mixer's going into the red. It really usually doesn't do that. I usually have it much lower, and I've even moved it down quite a bit, and it's still kind of...
Yes, 68. I would be in a light sweater here, too.
No.
Your blood thins.
I was not in during the day when it was 60, I did not need a sweater or anything. But the rest of the time I did. Like, I needed a jacket in the morning when it was 50.
No snow, lots of frost. The only thing of being out when it's cold outside, usually most people, probably we wouldn't, but most people make it warm inside with the heat, and that makes me sleepy continuously. So I don't mind the cold, but when you have to add the heat, it makes me very sleepy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's something about the frost, the cold, that just is right at the freezing line. It wakes you up differently.
Yeah.
And it gives you a clarity that you don't get down here. Like, there is no moment of clarity in Florida. It's just all... There's no snap. Cold
sunny, brain damaged brains here.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Texas is weird. It kind of goes all over the place. So yeah, today I think our topics are quite kind of random. We want to talk about magic.
It's a conversation.
It's a conversation about magic.
Conversation.
And divination. It's your station for manifestation.
Brain melting weather. Yeah.
No clarity, no.
At least in Southwest Florida, I feel like people that have been here a while, their brains are sun damaged and heat damaged.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder what it would be like if we were in like the north part of Florida. We would have a little bit more of a a little bit cooler weather, but it just gets it turns so hot so quickly right at South Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's how I would be. I'd be on the porch in jammies, long sleeve shirt, bundled up, wrapped up, see my breath, and read. That's like how I'd want to be right now.
Yeah.
But again, my traveling job does allow me to at least have that, right? Like, I at least get an opportunity to see the temperatures and weathers and stuff, so that's kind of nice.
You at least get to, yeah.
Well, we're only 6 years in, Tabby. Going on 7.
Oh, the damage is real.
Yes. So, yeah. Definitely not wrapped up here. I was
Are
happy.
they gray sweatpants? I've heard there's about this gray sweatpants. I don't know what it is. And pants.
You're stupid.
What? Like, it's real popular. I don't know, for some reason.
Are you done?
Yeah, what you reading?
Different kind of magic manifestation, sir.
Oh.
I am purple with witches. Yay!
Purple with witches.
That's awesome. It is gray sweatpants season, yes. Another joy of being in the airports, don't you wish you could go?
What?
Sweatpants season.
In the airport? People don't wear them there, do they?
Yes.
Oh, really? Huh.
Unfortunately, in most cases. So, what was I going to say? Now I'm completely confused. I lost myself.
You said it's a different kind of magic. What's a different kind of magic?
Manifestation in gray sweatpants.
Oh, in gray sweatpants.
People do like to be comfy when they fly. Yes, that is funny, Dragon Dancer. I'm wearing blue. Not sweatpants, really, but... So, oh yeah, even if I have to go into work the same day I fly, I take a change of clothes and change at the airport bathroom. I will fly in the most comfortable thing I can, usually shorts and a t-shirt. I get hot so quickly. So I guess we'll start like we normally do. We're going to talk about what we're reading right now. I just finished, this past week, I finished the Satan Speaks and Drawing Down Belial, or Belial, depending on how you pronounce it. I am not a demon, so I do not speak demon.
Are you
Finn
sure?
is a demon.
Finn is a demon.
But we love him.
We love him.
We love his demonness.
So, and wearing gray sweatpants, and no wonder Dante won't leave me alone. Oh my god, that is so funny. You're working your magic, Manny.
Manifestation.
That's why he won't leave you alone. That is funny.
So, yeah, those are the two I'm reading. And I just started the Satanic Testament to kind of catch up with Rook. So my two books that I'm reading right now, because remember, I usually keep 3. I'm reading. Oh, you're not paying attention.
Oh, I'm reading.
I'm learning.
I'm listening.
I'm learning.
Okay, I'm listening.
Oh. Enough I was saying, thanks.
You just finished Drawing Down Belial and...
Oh, now I'm reading, because, I normally read 3 books. I am reading... The Satanic Testament.
Yes.
And I've picked back up Enochian Magic for beginners to kind of go back through that, to kind of balance. I want to get these 2 done.
Yes.
Since you're reading it, so we can have the conversation, so that I can get into Spinning Weird.
Ooh, Spinning Weird. What's that premise of that book? What's the topic?
It's the second book following The Way of Fire and Ice, the Norse kind of pantheon, which I really, really enjoy. His specific version, the writer, specific version of this kind of for The Way of Fire and Ice, and the way he does it is very open and easy to get into, but also interpretive, and it's really nice. But yeah, so yes, we are still absolutely affected by the Delta 9. We talked about it this morning.
Oh my god.
You can put it on there if you want. I can change it over.
So I have finished reading the Satanic Bible, and I will say I feel like that is a must for any occult person to read, if not only for the humor in it. There's a lot of things that are funny, a lot of things that make sense, a lot of things that are similar to any other path, but it's definitely a book I would recommend. And now, let me line it up better. But
don't mess my stuff up, sir.
Now I am reading. Oh shoot! The Satanic Testament by Lucifer the Javordan of the Satanic Thulian Society. It's a really good book so far. It starts out with the Diabolicon, which is supposed to be like the left-hand path's version of Genesis. It has different demons giving their statements in it, and some of them are quite good. I think I'll really like this book. I'm into I'm out of the Diabolicon and actually into the meat of the book now, and so far it's very easy to read. Some grammar and spelling mistakes, but other than that, it's really good. It's 500 and something pages, so
it's a big book, but it's written well. I think it's not going to be a super long read. I'm only on page like 15. But yeah, this is a good. So far, I'm in just the beginning section, and it's funny. The very first thing I write, because we both are very big on taking notes on what we read. The very first thing I interpreted was, I really do not like what he's saying here, and I completely disagree 100%. And that actually is what brought today's topic around.
And I really like it and do agree with a lot of what's said.
I agree with a lot of it too.
But what's the good thing
But I also disagree with a lot of it.
And what's the great thing about these paths, I don't know if you've gotten to it yet, but in here that he says, he lists all the tenets of different paths of Satanism and different things. Not just that, but it should just take the pieces you like out of each one on your own path.
Just
there's no 10 commandments.
forge away.
Here.
Yeah, forge away.
There's no rules. I mean, in general, but this is a really good book. I think I'm really going to like it. I still have Satanic Scriptures by Peter Gilmore from the Church of Satan to read, but I really wanted to read this one first because in anything I look at, any path or any pieces of a path, I like the theistic sense of it, and thus why I wanted to read Satanic Testament.
It's a good book. Yeah, you see, now you don't know where to put your cards because you messed all the stones up. Nope, no. Oh my God, you're just messing it up so bad. Stop it. Or I'll just let you handle it and you can figure out where to put stuff.
Nope. I need your help, please.
I know you do.
Now go low.
When they go low, we get high.
We also have, you've read, no you have not. We also have The Satanic Witch to read by LeVay.
Yeah.
Which,
Excuse me, I am sick. I started getting sick Friday morning, and it is definitely getting worse slowly, but it is what it is. But yeah, so like, that's where the whole like topic that came today. We've talked about it a little bit on in the past. I'll wait till Rook's paying attention. Because usually he reads while I'm talking, doesn't know what I said, and then interrupts me to respond.
I have nothing to show off in my gray sweatpants. Well, on my Instagram, thanks to Lady Dragon Dancer. Heathen Magic. I got dinosaurs. Just being added to my list. Oh, cool. Absolutely. Disagree. That's how you will learn. And ordered. Yay!
Yeah, 8 minutes later, Rook has now figured out what's happening.
That's usual.
Yep. Now I don't remember what I was talking about again.
I didn't say a thing. I was simply reading comments. That way, better to not interrupt you.
Yes, you're lucky I gave you that moment to do that with. You're welcome.
I'm lucky. Okay.
You are very lucky. Definitely. Yeah, my boss got really sick for like 2.5 weeks. She lost her voice for almost a full week. So I'm hoping this goes away because, of course, I'm going to get sick as I go into a holiday time off. But so yeah, there's a thing in the very beginning of the Satanic Testament, and this is really important, I think, just to share from a knowledge standpoint. And I think you guys will all agree with this and probably know this. But the fact that you read something doesn't mean that that thing is true or that thing is permanent or that thing you have to agree with. And then you put it down. I find the more and more that I read, I find myself going more and more in different ways. It's like kneading dough, right? When you start out with the ball and then you learn and you start just pulling things in different direction to get to the right pie. And I think that is kind of the piece that I wanted to share with as we get started on this conversation, because I opened that book in the first like 5 pages. I'm like, okay, this is not cool. I don't agree with this. I think this is incorrect. I wrote my notes and then went to the next section and went, wow, this is actually giving me something new to think about. I have a new idea, right? And that's kind of what I think is more important when it comes to reading. So just remember, as you're reading stuff, let something disagree with you. Don't put it aside as if it's useless. And here's the thing. The comment that got me thinking and saying like I don't agree with what's going on is one of the forewords, maybe editor, also in the Satanic Testament, in the foreword, it talks about how they don't like getting rid of black and white magic. They don't like LeVay's version of it's all magic. He doesn't like that there's gray witches. They want their cake and eat it too. He's bringing back black magic, and he's like, that's what the Satanic Testament does. It brings back black magic. And I fundamentally disagree with that because I don't think there is such thing as black magic. I think the discussion of qualifying or labeling these things is fine if you understand what you're labeling, right? So I don't like to use black and white magic because of the other connotations that come along with it, because black is destined to be determined by most as bad and white is good, and I don't believe either of those things. You can use supposed white magic to make bad things happen and black magic to make good things happen, and we have enough things that are incorrectly labeled as black means bad. We don't need anything else that says black means bad in any of the stuff we do. So to me, it's just magic is magic. And it's on an entire scale. If you want to use colors, every piece of magic is every light wave possible from end to end, differing in nature only in degree, but neither of them to me should be described as a color that is listed as white is good and black is bad. And that's where he's kind of coming from. The black magic is the evil, but that's also not truly what it is, right? When people talk about black magic and white magic, the first thing we think of is good and bad, but really, black magic was not meant to be that way. The thought process was different. And that's why I think it's important to yes, purple magic, absolutely, Fur Rage. I talked about that this morning with Rook. It's Roy G. Biv magic. It's rainbow magic, right? It's each one has a different perception, a different thing to go with it. Now, historically, black magic would have been like, curses, and white magic would have been blessings. But as you just saw, Dragon Dancer's baneful blessings, absolutely. That is how, to me, that's how things could work and should work. So even though I disagreed really, violently, no, I'm not doing black magic. I'm not doing white magic. I'm not doing black magic. I'm not doing white magic. What I'm really doing is kind of focusing in on that process and that intention of magic as a whole thing. I'm sorry, did you read something you wanted to share?
I'm excited because Dragon used a term that you also used this morning. She said rainbow magic. All the colors,
I did.
It's awesome. It's all manipulation. Whether you think it's good or bad, maybe to somebody else it's not good or bad. So it's just different.
Do you, anybody in chat, or do you, Rook, feel like that when somebody says black magic, two things to me happen? One is, I think you're bad. They think you're bad. And two is, the person saying black magic feels a little more powerful. Like, well, I do black magic.
I think they're just saying it to get like to get not just to get a reaction, but that could be certainly part of it. Yeah, because if you were truly powerful, you wouldn't have to say it. You would just do it, in my opinion.
I agree.
But everybody's different.
Taste the rainbow magic. I like that.
Rainbow magic.
But I do. I think people say, oh, that's black magic or that's a curse, and I'm just like, that's Finny.
Bubby.
I just don't think that that's necessarily important to have that distinction. It just is what it is. And I think when people say gray magic, they're not saying that there is a washing of all magic to be just boring middle. It's saying I will go to either end that supports what it is I'm trying to do. It almost is like, if you think of transmutation, alchemy, and quantum mechanics and quantum spirituality.
Ooh, that sounds deep.
If I need something to manifest, then every manifestation would have two parts on that same pole, right? Because they can be 1 and 0, meaning if I go to some really hardcore curse magic and I'm really cursing you and I need to draw out that reaction, then I should have an equal magic on the other side that is equally blessing or positive according to that polarity, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because you think about the switching of the polarity back and forth. If I have one down here, like in order for me to have a really good spell, I will curse you at the same time as I bless you for the opposing thing. I curse your tongue and stitch your tongue and your mouth closed whenever you go to speak my name. But if my name escapes your lips, it will be in the most glowing joy that you will ever have. Stuff like that. Yeah, and in paranormal, I think what I'm reading in some cases is people think gray magic is
Gray Jedi.
In the middle. Like everything is perfectly balanced in the middle. That's not what gray magicians usually practice. What they are saying is, I practice from both ends of the scale, like all the way. It's not that they're just in the middle on everything, right? It's if I'm going to do a 1, on the Kinsey scale, it's a good one.
That is a good
The Magic
one.
Kinsey scale, if I'm doing a 1, then I'm going to have to do a 10. Then I will do a 10 also. Not that everything's a 5, right? So I thought that was quite telling when I was reading.
You know, we were talking earlier, and I think you understand it a little bit more than I remember it, but what is it that they're saying in a couple of those books about adding the K onto the word magic?
Oh, yeah.
Like that. What is that?
So there's some interesting things. The K on magic, and it came up in chat, actually, in Apocrypha on Friday. I find it interesting because I don't care if you spell it with a C or a K. But I've always taken it to be, I feel like magic with a C is stage magic. And magic with a K is spiritual magic or manifestation.
And LeVay did a lot of stage magic too.
That's true. But that's
Right.
not really what, the K came from Crowley, I think, is where I first learned of it. Adding a K on magic to separate it from stage magic, that's not what it was. But in LeVay's book at the very end of Satan Speaks, and now remember, this is written close to when he passed. He's had a kid now, so his life has changed, very different than it was leading up to his early demise. And he says, if you spell magic with a K, then you don't have it. Meaning, if your magic is magic with a K, you don't have magic. You're not practicing magic. Because he truly believed in the pomp and circumstance of the whole thing.
Like he was playing that weird instrument. What's it called? Like he was truly a circus.
Well,
magician.
no, that too, but I mean, he just believed in the whole process, the build up to it, the psychodrama of it all, which is fine for a lot of people, and I even use that. Yeah. I always have added the K in it just because to separate it for myself from magic, because I think of Magic the Gathering, I think of a magic trick, bunny out of a hat kind of thing, so I just always have added the K. What I don't like is the fact that some people get mad when you do one or the other. Like, that is stupid to me. That's where I get irritated. Yeah. Kelvin, welcome in.
Kelvin!
Thou art forgiven, sir.
There are plenty of other religions that bestow guilt upon you. We don't need to...
Who cares whether you put a K on it or not? Just explain what it is you're doing.
We don't need to have guilt and judgment here, I don't think.
If you don't like the K on the end of it, then you don't like the K on the end of it. If you like the K on the end of it, then you like the K on the end of it. What you practice and your intent determines whether or not that practice is valid or not. And that's where LeVay pisses me off a lot. He's very judgmental.
He is. So is Ligavorden.
Yeah. And just in the context of I know and you don't. And LeVay did fall into the cognitive bias where you feel like you've ascended to a certain point. So you just you just don't know yet. You just haven't learned it, figured out yet. Not realizing that there could be something completely very new being worked on. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know, Paranormal, that's actually what I was talking about. It was in the Apocrypha chat where somebody had a comment about that, and I think they were trying to be somewhat playful the way that they responded, but it annoyed me a lot that they made that comment, and I'm like, I didn't see it until well afterwards. And that's the good point, Fairy Rage. That's really what it comes down to. Don't add a K because you don't care about it. You shouldn't. I add a K, but I certainly wouldn't be like, your magic's not magic because you put a K on it. It just was funny to me. That was really funny to me.
I don't care about it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it should be. Then we have, I guess historically when you look at black magic, it's because it's negative, so that would be like a curse or a hex.
Well, who made that up? Probably the church made up black magic.
I'm sure, probably. I definitely don't know the origin, but some people may try to say baneful magic and blessing magic, but even that doesn't matter. Mike, I could curse you or hex something or bind something on you to help you out.
To keep you from hurting yourself or doing something
Is that
stupid.
baneful magic? It's not very baneful. Now, it is if you're not doing it with their permission, but maybe you have their permission, right?
I know somebody from reading these books that I want to look at next is Michael Aquino. Aquino seems fascinating.
Manny, I haven't seen the K in parentheses. Is that I haven't seen that.
Ooh, the parentheses.
Yeah,
that's
new.
kind of interesting.
I haven't seen that.
That's
Yeah, and that Manny, it was very bad. I unfortunately didn't see it for quite a while. And then when I went back in our chat Friday, one of the newer people that had come in the last two shows was being quite nasty. Again, I think that they were trying to be I think they were probably a little manic, maybe, and we're just being real hyper and kind of chatting through it because the way they put like G's and
there's definitely something in the communication that was like.
So I don't think that it was
they were trying to be mean.
Necessarily a mean thing. Yeah, I think there was some positivity to it, but it still wasn't appropriate regardless.
Is that why Malice like interrupted or made that comment? Hey, stop! Probably. Maybe you read the whole thing.
He might have, but he specifically got mad at the pussies comment. But which that was the one
totally
that didn't
was
bother
like benign.
me. Yeah, but
like hey, pussies.
But the rest of it was very annoying. He calmed down too. He started talking about other things, which is fine. I mean, or she, whoever. But yes, the same one about not wanting to drink and do drugs. It is. The only thing that makes it hard is we don't know who's on the other end, right? We don't know if the other end was a 12-year-old that's saying that they're 18 because we're an 18-up podcast, but they can lie and get in, or so you kind of have to be a little careful. But the truth of the matter is paranormal. And everybody, if you do magic without a K or magic with a K, what matters is you're doing magic. And we're not joking or picking on people that do magic. And when people say, oh, you're magic, you believe in magic, you kid, no, I manifest shit in my life. That's what I do with my magic. What have you manifested lately?
Through hard work and strengthening through magic.
Yeah.
So, what I think. I mean,
I've done a couple of binding spells and things. I never considered it black magic, though. It needed to be done, and it worked. I had to have somebody stop talking about me, and I didn't. I'm like, I don't want any harm to come to this person. I don't want any negativity to come to them, but I just want them to stop speaking my name.
Oh, I did some, if you want to call black magic the other day, I purposefully and intentionally blocked someone from getting a job.
Yeah.
That wronged me in the very recent past. I purposefully blocked them from getting a job.
Yeah.
And I don't feel bad about it, because this is a bad person, and they deserve it.
Yeah, eating is a choice, Dragon Dancer. I remember that. Who
said that in the?
That was the same one.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Eating is a choice. Okay.
It is. You do kind of have to choose to do it, but if you choose not to, you don't live very long.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Furry Rage will help you. We'll send some energy, some deer freezer
in my
energy.
Freezer. Whoop whoop.
Yeah. And I think there's a couple of things that come up with black magic. One of the things that comes up a lot with black magic is the intent of black being bad or negative, and trying to take away things that represent blackness as being bad. Not only in racism, right? Have we constantly equated black with being bad, but night and anything dark is bad. And that just obviously isn't true. It is a fear, and that is what drives all of it, racism included. Well, actually, at some point, racism leaves fear and starts becoming you're just a stupid asshole. But point being, I don't like using black and white magic, and I refuse to do it in my practice because it's unnecessary. It separates it in a way that doesn't make sense. It makes people more afraid of it, and it just brings up feelings of things that aren't necessary to separate. I like calling, if you want to talk balance, dark magic would be fine. Like, I like Baneful and Blessing, but again, you can do both with both. So it's just magic.
The first thing I think of when somebody says black magic, because I think of protection. I think of it as a shield. I think it's something you cover yourself in the color black to absorb all energies, positive, negative, or indifferent, and then it's like protection. That's what I think of.
That's a good way to look at it.
Black.
I've never thought of black magic as protection, but a lot of black magic, quote unquote, is protection magic. Or a lot of protection magic is from the darkness, from the earth, from the ground. It's putting shields up, you know. When I did my first protection magic, I never did the light bubble that people do. I did it in like an invisible black line that floats around me. It's just how I pictured it.
I think if you're going to work with something, I don't know that you would, if you put up a bubble, are you protecting yourself from the work? Are you counteracting the work that you're doing? I don't know.
No, depends.
I don't know.
But again, I'm not going to be mad at somebody that does call it
Yeah.
black or white magic, but I will be upset if they vehemently argue for and against it. Like, I'm not using it in my practice. So when the first thing I read in the Satanic Testament is, we're bringing black magic back. I'm like, no, you're not bringing anything back. You just feel, I am Gandalf the wizard. Yee, is what they're doing. So
I tell you what, though, this supposed dark magic and these Satanism books, left-hand path books, have resonated and made more sense to me than any other thing, from the Bible to other books, other texts, and it's.
I just think about how much more positivity I can grow and do when my house is in order. And left-hand path, well, all of the paths in general kind of substantiate that and help me keep my house in order.
What I do and don't do directly affects me, and I have either positive or negative consequences from it.
Yeah.
If I don't pay my
Hail Santa.
My registration, and I choose to drive around with an expired tag, then I get a ticket. That's the result of me. If I work hard, go to school, get certifications, and get a job, that's because of me. If I sit here and don't do anything and bitch about stuff and nothing happens, that's on me.
Yep, it is.
And I really like that personal accountability aspect of the self.
Well, I was reading in the Enochian Magic book that I'm reading a little bit about left hand versus right hand path. And we've talked about this topic before. Like, we've gone into detail about left and right hand path, I think, to a degree. And many of you know that I recently came out as a left hand path practitioner. Does not change my eclectic witch. That's how my craft is the same, hasn't changed. But my philosophies backing it has become much more earth and nature and balance based. And somehow that meant left hand path for me. So one of the descriptions of right hand, left hand path, right? Right hand path seeks to become one with the all and elevate and ascend by getting rid of and shedding the things that make you you. Whereas the left-hand path is taking you and the all and building yourself into it and start exemplifying and exaggerating and bringing up the things and the uniqueness that makes you you. So the way that I look at it in my head, the right-hand path, and neither one is right or wrong. I just have to, I'm not saying one is good and bad, but the right-hand path takes the rainbow into the prism and then into the white light of all. Where the left-hand path takes the white light of all and breaks it down in the prism and exemplifies the colors that individually make up you. And so with those things, it's made it more sense for me to have the rainbow magic instead of black magic, white magic. That's what we were talking about earlier. And I said, it's rainbow magic. We're all our own selves, and we do what we do and have what we have. And that is how we ascend or prepare for the next step. And I liken it to, if you believe in reincarnation, at some point it's a cycle, and maybe you have, in a past life, you have been broken, and now you're coming it together, and this is you're exemplifying all the great things that are you as you're preparing to become one with y'all. Maybe the next life is the one where you go back to the right-hand path the right way. In an alternate world, multiverse, that's what you get.
And to me, it's the same thing. Some things you can accept that I can't. Some things don't bother me that bother you. Like, I can't live my life to what you think is okay or not, and the same way you shouldn't do it to me.
Okay.
You shouldn't. I mean,
I shan't.
You have to be compatible. You can't be way off on the things in a partner, but I wouldn't, and you wouldn't either. Can we grow and listen? Yeah, but some things, I'm just no, I'm not okay with that.
See, I think that would be good magic.
What?
Tabbies, pink flamingos with skeletons riding them.
That would be freaking awesome.
I'm not kidding. That could be some protection
awesome.
Magic. If you have it set up so that thing in your mind or protect, that would be too cool. I would love that.
The crooked path. Yeah.
Regs likes here. I really like the love and light surrounding. And when I do protection magic, it usually is surrounded by love and light. Like that's an image that comes to mind. But that's not the only thing. There's a lot for me. My personal protection magic is very mixed. It's swirly. It's the bubble that surrounds me when I do my protection magic isn't one thing, as I'm sure yours isn't either. But I bring in not necessarily love and light, but I bring in the energy of goodness and desire to do things that are helpful and growthful versus things that will stamp out or darken the flame. And yes, personal accountability is what the world is missing 1,100 billion%. And crooked path. There's books that I've seen that are written about the crooked path. I wonder if those are the similar idea, but I do like that.
That's a really cool term.
Yeah.
Crooked path.
I've never met a flamingo.
I love
I've seen one.
that idea of flamingos with skeletons. That's really cool.
And I would do it year round.
I will go get more meat, or you want to wait?
Oh, we have a little more.
I will get.
Oh, thank you.
I'm the mead wench.
You're the mead wench. Are flamingos mean? I feel like flamingos would be like really, really mean. I don't know why. Y'all, I'm telling you though, and Sage hugged a flamingo. Well, I guess they're probably not mean then. Although she's really good with animals. You got bit by a flamingo. Like, who gets bit by a flamingo? Like, that seems like very special stuff there, Jacket Dancer. I think charcoal is going here. I don't know. Yeah, they're bigger than people think they are too. I've never looked into a flamingo's eyes. I have to Google. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to Google flamingo eyes now.
Shimham Faresh. I want to see.
Shimham Faresh.
Can you get this on Amazon? Flamingos riding, skeletons riding flamingos. I'm gonna check because I want one. So, yeah. Why does this come up right away? Skeletons riding pink flamingos.
Buy them now.
Hold on. Look, oh my god.
Now.
What is it? It's an 8-piece.
3 foot long. They're 3 foot high.
Oh my god.
We have flamingos.
Is it Tabby or Segs?
Tabby.
They mind if we get these? Because I want those in the freaking yard for Florida. Tabby, do you mind if we get these?
So if anybody wants to see the Sith eyes, that's supposedly the flamingo eyes. That's creepy as F.
Oh, that is creepy. Tuesday. Skeletons riding flamingos. I love it.
I love it.
What was it, Tabby?
Yes.
Hail, Tabby.
Hail, Tabby of the Pink Flamingo Protection Society.
Society.
The Pink Flamingo Protection Society. That'd be a good Florida witch group, wouldn't it?
God, I would love. I can't wait to put those out in the yard. That would be so freaking cool.
Very creepy, I know.
Very creepy. You can, and if you don't keep that palm flat, what you say? Very creepy. Do it, and maybe they'll tree skellies. Oh.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Oh God. She's pretty.
That's cursed. I'm not doing that. That's creepy. So, with that being said, now that we've covered topics of pink flamingos with skeletons, so here's the thing. Let me share this little piece of joy with you. This is not mockery. Just to be clear, for Tabby and for anybody. It is a very good and useful practice to find images that are kind of funny and memorable for you to use to set up your protection so that you can get that protection very quickly and clearly. some benzoin and dragon's blood together.
Yeah. Is it sexual?
So that's one of the things that I've learned that's been very helpful in practice. So my original bubble is dogs wearing like wiener dogs wearing the little clown costumes. So when they walk, the hands are just kind of like floppy.
God.
But that is a quick reminder of when you need to put protection up very quickly and you're out and you're not feeling safe. You feel something is going on, or you're just not feeling safe, and you need protection, and you forgot maybe to do some protection magic. Having a funny but strong image connection to something you connect to protection would be good. Skeletons' bones are extremely strong. So when I'm looking out and thinking of this, like, and again, not being a mockery, saying I'm really going to use this as protection, it will remind me that when somebody comes near our house, if they mean us harm, then the skeletons will come up and take them down. And that imagery kind of can connect those things for you.
Oh, that smells good.
Yeah, and I think the difference, kind of going back a little bit, is for right hand path is the right hand path usually seeks is usually an external factor that pulls you back into it, whereas the left hand path is the factor that pulls you back into it. The main, the source is you. That you are the locus of control versus God being the locus of control. And I'm trying to be more like God in order to ascend, versus I'm trying to be the best human because that's what I am in order to ascend. And I am already God because I am part of God. That's kind of how that is for me. But yes, and not to jump back and forth, but yes, always a vision trigger. I'm not kidding. The other thing that we've done that I've used for protection, especially at the house, is we get the little lawn gnomes.
Yeah.
And the little ceramic mushrooms. And I just picture them poisoning people that come and mean us harm, or the gnomes like tripping people trying to get into our yard that are doing bad things. And it's helpful. Yeah. Tabby, I don't think we've necessarily done that. The closest thing I've gotten to a house spirit is just protecting the house as a whole, with some of the things that Dragon Dancer actually has given us, and a few things. We have our sigil up there that we activated that sits right at the front of the house.
Our besom.
And our besom to sweep away the badness with the broom up.
I love it. I love that besom. That's really cool.
Pretty.
Next, we
and
should
that's a
learn
birch stick.
We should learn to make one. I think that'd be a fun craft. Making a besom.
We should. You should make.
Besom.
A lot of people make besoms just out of grass and stuff for one-time uses. For an energetic cleansing.
I want
the pervert gnomes.
Ooh, tell me more. Tell me more. I must have these perverted gnomes.
Oh
yeah.
Very much so, paranormal. Yeah. I agree with that.
It's a sanctuary too. It's like when you step in. It really
interesting. Very interestingly, from house spirit and protection, Joy has made us. You know, she does a lot of woolies and stuff. They're amazing. Even though me and her aren't getting along right now, it's okay. She's still an amazing artist, an amazing person. But she gave me for my birthday one year a
hey guys.
Just a green. It's a green woman and green man on felt.
God.
And what's interesting is their expressions change based on what's happening. And very interestingly, the green man, they look sad right now. But the green man and the green woman disappear in and out of it periodically. Like right now, you can see both. So that to me, there's a little bit better balance. For a while, the green man was gone completely. You didn't even see him. And that's one of the things that I do kind of use to gauge where we are at with things that are happening right now. We've got her woolies all over the house, man. They are very powerful.
Oh my God, they're very powerful.
I could be fighting with Joy until the end of life. If I see her out somewhere, I will still get woolies from her because they're amazing. Not that it will last forever, but...
We have so many. The bat is awesome. The dragons.
The dragons are amazing.
Patrick, my leprechaun, he is...
Kitchen witch, she's around.
Yeah.
Where is she?
I think one of the dogs ate her. She was my favorite one.
Oh. No, that's the one. Isn't that her right there? The yellow hat? We've got the mushrooms, yellow hat. That's the Patrick's friend. I think the only eaten one so far has been Patrick one.
And one of the witches. One of my witches.
One of your witches, yeah.
Yep. I really liked her.
She likes the woolies too.
She likes the woolies too.
But I have never named a house. Like we're almost done with the roof. The roof is done actually. We're waiting for the solar to be put back on, which should happen next week. And then the gutters, and then we still have a few small things to finish.
I have to look at this.
The broken soffit. And once all that's done, I think we're going to probably paint the house black. Or a very dark charcoal outside, and then touch up the inside. Get some new things put on. But we definitely need to figure out the name. That's very neat. I have not named a house before. That is definitely different.
Ooh, what's this banana man?
Jesus.
Outdoor statues decor.
I've always named my card. That is true. Regs, not a problem. You don't need to apologize. There is a delay anyway on all this stuff, so we tend to move on before we're even done talking about it. We haven't quite got that figured out yet. Yeah.
Oh, it shows like an imprint. I didn't see that. Like a poke. Like he's tinting wood. I want that. Oh, sorry. I was looking at the flasher gnome.
Thanks, Manny. Mm-hmm.
What did he say? Oh, where's Manny?
What was I reading? And for the prism metaphor, yes. The prism comes and goes back out. Yes, exactly. And that's one of the things that I'm thinking about using as a symbol for the group that we have, like our small group, is showing the all in the middle as being the white light, and then prisms on the end with the breaking of the into the rainbow, because we have the rainbow, the uniqueness coming into the all, and then the all spreading back out into the uniqueness of everybody. Kind of have it as a cycle or a circle. So, I can only imagine, Furry. What did you name your last car? I'm just gonna ask.
That's because your names are a death sentence to them all.
I believe it.
I want to move into the country, eat a lot of peaches. I want to move into the country.
That is hilarious.
Peaches. Ooh, what's that you got there?
Styrax.
Styrax. Ooh, that's very yummy.
My favorite. I'm sorry, guys.
It's very sweet.
It's not the smoke making me cough. I love Styrax. Like, it is so good.
I can't remember when I named card dice. Ooh, Edward and Colin. They say I remind them of their wife. Oh, that's cool, paranormal. Edward and Colin.
Don't let them try to treat you like their wife. That's their business.
Don't let them try to violate you.
That is your house.
Let them know they're cool as friends. Unless you want to be violated, then hey, go for it.
Apparently, my husband wants to be violated by the spirits in the house.
I never said that.
You alluded to it.
Never said it. I said don't let them violate you.
I know you better than you know yourself.
Unless you want to be violated by a spirit. I can honestly say I'm not looking to get violated by spirits.
You'd like it. I'd never hear the end of it.
Really? Nasty. I told them they can be my friend, but I'm not their wife. Good if that's what you want.
Yeah, set boundaries. That's exactly correct. There should be those boundaries.
And how interesting that it's their wife. So they were like tag teaming up in there.
So let's talk about also white magic.
They were tag teaming that
Right, before we start tarot.
Oh, yes.
We talked about black and white magic a little bit, but I wanted to go into the white magic side too. I've heard people that call themselves like white lighters and white healers and light healers. And I think it's disingenuous to kind of negate that. I think that is a fine thing if that's what people are focused on. I've heard a lot of anger and frustration in some of the discussions that I've been involved in with left-hand path people mostly, where they're like, they're sick and tired of all these white lighters and these healers, and I'm like, why? If that's what they're good at and what somebody wants to choose to do, they should, right? So I just wanted to throw that out there before we moved on to tarot, because I really, really do find that there's room for everybody for what they practice best, and whatever learning they are in their life and wherever they're at with their place. And that's what they're doing. It's great. And I can maybe feel differently or want to work on something else or do something else. But at the same time, there's a balance to it, right?
Charmed. Oh, Leo.
Let them do them, yes. It is always frustrating when you hear anybody, especially somebody that talks about unity, be like, well, I'm sick and tired of the white lighters. I'm like, oh, well, we need them.
Why? We always need positivity.
You need both, always. And I do love Charmed, the original.
I want to rewatch that show. Yeah. Exactly, Rex.
Exactly, Dragon Dancer.
I am Phoebe.
Regs, I think the thing is, just to answer that, I know what you mean. But I think that people are like, well, you know, everybody wants to be a healer, everybody wants to be a high. This is just what I'm hearing from general people, and it is what frustrates me. You know, people are trying to help and heal, and that's all they're doing, but they're not looking at the balance, the dark side of everything in balance, but they don't recognize balance doesn't, in my opinion, necessarily have to come from an individual. It can be balanced through group, right? So if I have a group of people that are working towards certain things, we need healing and we need... What are you doing?
Just cleaning it up to get something else.
Gonna clean it off?
Yeah.
Pick it up. Knock it off. Don't play with it like it's a toy.
But it's...
You'll burn yourself because you're a child.
It's fun to watch the ashes.
You'll burn yourself because you're a child.
You need some of that asafoetida. Get all that evil out.
Didn't know I had it right here, did you?
No, I didn't, actually.
There you go. You asked for the asafoetida.
Oh, heal us, cleanse us, asafoetida. Hang. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's strong. Yeah, waft it. Waft it.
Smells like your armpits.
Really? I'll get you later.
Good, I had an itch right there too, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. That was my intuition. I don't know why you wafting it to me. You need to take a bath in that.
Noted. Where were we? Oh. White magic, black magic. It smells really good. It smells like cooking, I think. It smells like Indian food.
It does.
It is an Indian spice, so.
Oh, it does. Give it to me. Give it to me.
The idea, really, like I was thinking, behind all of the things that we're doing and talking about when it comes to black magic and white magic,
What's this?
is that if somebody does only, well, first of all, if it was up to me, I would not use black magic and white magic because it's not necessary. I would just use magic. Perform the magic that you need to perform to balance things the way you need to balance them. If somebody says they only perform dark magic, black magic, then that's all they perform. It's okay. If somebody says all they do is perform white magic and healing and white lighting, then that's okay. They need to be able to do that because that is how we maintain balance in the world. Not everybody can do all the same things. So that is the same thing as this.
Oh.
You know what? Grab some of that Holy Land over there. You need some help.
Is that this?
Oh no, you don't have. Oh yeah, it's in the box.
What is this? We should burn this.
This is I don't know. Something Joy gave us.
Burn it.
Let's burn some.
Some sage cheese.
Really? Now he's just throwing everything on it. So no, I'm not gonna burn this now. And you missed anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
astute. I'm paying attention. Oh, I like the kitty. Meow. I haven't seen the remake. Definitely give it. Oh, that smells good. I needed this. Sage.
See, now I don't remember what we were talking about.
What?
What were we talking about before you interrupted? We do need to sage this house, though.
Mm-hmm.
We need to cleanse this house. But yeah, I guess black magic, white magic. Moral of the story is, live and let live. Let everybody do things the way they do. But if you run into somebody you want to learn from, just learn what they do. Don't judge what they do. Like, I'll learn from a black magician and a white magician. It doesn't bother me. I might try to share with them some of my thoughts on why I don't think using the terms black magician, white magician are effective. If you're a gray witch, then I call myself a gray witch sometimes, just to express that I'm not. I'm willing to go anywhere on the scale that I need to do whatever it is I'm trying to manifest, and it's a good learning experience to me. Anybody else have any thoughts on that? On the black and white magician thing?
Oh, Regs. Oh, Tabby. Habanero mango chutney I made cleanse my sinuses. They always be processed with the shadow, especially in the current experience. As the brain to awareness, accepting, process, and forgiving. Yeah. Judging is just the ego at work. Yeah.
I mean, I agree with that to a degree. Judging is definitely the ego at work many times, but a lot of times judging is also trying to self-organize things, right? So sometimes I judge other people and other things so that I can find out where I fit amongst those things and need to go. Like, I can judge the distance to work. I can judge the whether a person is effective to be in my life or not. I can judge them as good or bad or necessary, not necessarily, as opposed to what I need in my life. And in that case, judging is really important and may still be somewhat of ego, but it's still necessary, right? It's necessary to judge. I have to judge a situation to reduce my risk of getting into a car accident.
Hey, baby.
VG.
Oh, baby.
Shush. Shush, honey, shush. I can see that. Like, if you're talking about people, yes. But I do consider judging. You know, the definement of assigning something to something. That's what we do when we judge. We assign them a value or an importance. Discernment is more about, to me, again, this is opinion, is more about choosing and deciding. I have discernment between two things is different than me initially running into something new and saying, I'm going to judge that thing and determine, is this something that I need to bring into my life, right? So I think judgment does have a positive impact and have a positive need in our lives, you know, to a degree. So yes, absolutely, Dragon Dancer in physical form. It's the same kind of idea about like the shadow. Like, I don't believe the shadow. Somebody had mentioned or said this before. The shadow is descending upon us. Like, it just doesn't work that way to me. I do believe in collective shadow, though, but it isn't something that descends. To me, the shadow doesn't have the capability to do that. It is more about the embodiment or the bringing into awareness of the things that you have tucked away. Yeah, it is. It's always there. It's not something you get rid of. It's not something that it's not even something that you come to terms with, right? It's just something that is. It just is there, and you work through it, and you learn it, and you experience new things with it. You get a new perspective from it. So yeah, like, to me, it depends on how you look at it and how you kind of go through it. And I get, I think, Regs, and I could be wrong, but my guess is, seeing through the illusion is important with ego, but it also depends on who you're talking to, right? There is this perspective that, maybe there isn't an illusion to look through. Maybe ego is all that exists. Maybe ego is the thing at that moment that needs to be followed, then it isn't the illusion. It is the thing that protects you. And then maybe in another situation, ego has created an illusion or a falsity of who we think we are. And all of this, to me, there's no answer to any of these things. They're discussions, and they will always be adaptable, adjustable, changeable, and movable things. But that is the key factor to me, is to keep them movable. But yeah, I think ego is extremely important. I think being egotistical is not. I think judgment is very important, but I think being judgmental is not. I feel like recently in my life, there have been very good examples of people who have judged without attempting to see things from the way that they think they could. So they thought they could see past the illusion, and that's who they are, but they failed to see past the illusion because of who they are. And that created a tense situation. I'm telling you, Tabby, that is pretty awesome. I completely agree with that learning aspect.
Oh, yeah, you really can.
That is so true. Yeah. And Regs, the good thing about it, or the cool thing to me about it, is you can experience them, and we can have two completely different experiences, and both of them can be right. That's what I love about spirituality. That the more and more you learn, we're not all getting the same answers. The more and more we learn, we could learn about the exact same things, and we're going to have different experiences. Sharing those experiences is really cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I'm learning everything, is the sharing of those experiences. But that is so cool. And important, I think. We need paper and pen.
Paper and pen? Like what?
Guess what? It's time for...
Let me go pee. Let me get...
You have to grab yourself a tarot deck, too.
Oh, yes. I will.
It's time for the tarot later. It's time for the tarot later. The tarot later. It's hot in this house. We decided to forego air conditioning for one day just to save a little money. And man, it got hot. Even though it's only like up to 80. But all the windows are open. Oh, Mystic Manny. Well, good luck. Thank you for stopping in. Do whatever it is that you've got to do. We're going to get everybody on in order there. We got Dragon Dancer, Furry Rage, Tabby, Mystic Manny again. Thanks for stopping in. Y'all have a wonderful day today. Tell Dante we said hello. Yeah, fun times. We appreciate it. All of the great energy. We're waiting for Rook to get back from the restroom and from grabbing a tarot deck. I'm going to use the Citadel deck again because I just really liked it. It's a very neat deck. And then after this, we're going to read for a while, I think. And probably play some video games later today. Maybe stream a little video games later. Bye, Manny. All right, Vienna, we will get you a reading, my dear. Let's see what he brings. I don't know, but don't forget a piece of paper and a pen. Can you turn that fan on higher in there? The kitchen? I'm sorry. They in your game room? They could be. There's a lot of shit on this table. I'll be using the Citadel. So far, we've got Dragon, Dancer, Furry, Rage, Tabby, Paranormal, Ravenna. I want to just, I'm assuming, add something real quick that may help. Whatever you do in the physical life to others, you are really just doing to yourself. It's just a place of learning. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. I may see that there's a little bit more permanence than that, but agreed. That is a very good point.
Where did I put my cards?
We're busy, honey.
Okay.
That's what texting is for. The Citadel Fantasy Oracle.
These are my cards that I must always, yes, have to pull from the Morgan Bear.
Alright.
Whenever I may, whenever I can.
This is definitely a place of learning. That is all you can do in life, is learn. And you know, I probably had some of the biggest learnings in the past like 3 or 4 weeks of don't place people on special pedestals that they don't deserve, and don't do it for them even when they don't ask. You know, do the things that you need to do to really kind of grow and be, you know, what's going on. Yeah, I can see that. I've actually read a little bit about something similar, Regs, that kind of fits into that section. So yeah, that's very cool. You're drunk, aren't you?
Okay, where is this? Let's see. All right, who is getting cards?
All right, Dragon Dancer.
All right.
Hyper Squirrel. I mean, Fairy Rage. Silver Squirrel. How can you read that? Let me tell you what he has written on his paper. Dayon Dalcare. 2 Wise Rage.
Stupid. Who else? A Dragon Dancer, Furry Rage.
Tabby.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's
Here we go.
Fur. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Who's on there? Tabby? Paranormal Witch. Ravenna Dawn.
What? Hold on.
Yo Mama.
Who?
Ravenna Dawn.
Oh,
Did you put Tabby?
yes.
Squeaky Silence, thank you. Yes. Alright, so Dragon, Furry, Tabby, Paranormal,
Ravenna.
Dawn. Yes,
All
okay. I
right.
just want to make sure I got everybody.
Cool do.
Yeah, so
Do these.
what looks like Rosendonker. You're up first, Rosendonker.
Dragon Dancer.
Okay, you say so. That is not what that says right there. Two-Way Ruggle is next.
What? Anything
Remember, your mama's so slow it took her 9 months to make a joke. Ah, that's awesome. I hope that was for me to deliver to Brad, because that was very nice.
What?
Yo, mama's so slow it took her 9 months to make a joke. That was good.
Is Dragon what, a general or a...
Everybody gets a general unless otherwise specified.
What does the Dragon Dancer need to know?
Alright.
Let's see. What does the Dragon Dancer need to know this?
Okay, I found this on the web for what does. Check it out.
Siri, stop it.
Alright.
Hey Siri, stop it.
There's nothing to stop here. Check if the device is on your home Wi-Fi network.
So Siri's randomly doing her shit, and
Hey Siri, go screw yourself.
I've tried.
Okay.
Alright, so Dragon Dancer, your first card is the Botanist.
Ooh.
Parenthood and Legacy. So interesting that those would be the two words that this card chooses to use when it comes to the botanist. Excuse me. So, I unplugged Alexa the other day for that too. Like, I don't like it at all. But Dragon Dancer, the botanist, as we know, is a person basically that curates and supports plants. The most important thing to our existence, right? And the nature that's around us. So that's why it sits with parenthood. And because it's curating life. It's keeping life alive. It is knowing when and how much and the cycles of things to make them work. And so right now in your life, that is the function that you are doing, and you are doing very well. You are curating the things that are happening in your life, and that parenthood, not just of Sage or people, is of the land and the nature and the world that's around you and the things that are around you, and that will leave a legacy of information and of things to, again, children, friends, family. So that legacy is part of the botanist's work, is they curate the natural world around them based on their knowledge and cycles.
The botanist.
The botanist from the Citadel Oracle.
Oh, I can say this one. 8 of Swords. It's not like wands. So if you got a lot of stuff going on in your head this week, just kind of like figure out what's important. Don't be overwhelmed, blinded by all these ideas. Like, you know what's important, focus on what's important, and everything else is just, it's just there. It's just space. Calm your mind this week. Maybe meditate, go outside, and just look at what's right there. Look at what you actually need to do, and not don't be crippled by thoughts or ideas.
Take off the blindfolds.
Come out. Ooh, I need to clean mine. We've got Dragon Dancer. We're on Sir Furry.
Now serving Furry Rage at window number B16.
Yes.
That's cleaning you out, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Furry Rage, or 2-eye Raggle.
2-eye Raggle. Really? I could see if you said raise, maybe, but...
Those are not formulated letters, dear. A 2 is not an F. And 7-ab would be next. Alright, so Furry Rage.
Oh, Kelvin. Let me add Kelvin.
Kelvin. Got you on, my friend.
We want to do a stream where we actually do a spread for people, I think. I think that would be fun.
We should.
We should stream and do actual reads, like spreads.
Furry Rage, the Guide, Inheritance and Correction. So your first card is the Guide. So the first card in these 2 card readings for me is the guidance of where you are and what you're doing. So the Guide right now is kind of akin to the botanist a little bit, but instead of curating, it's leading. So this is the Scoutmaster. This is the guide into the forest. This is the walking deep into the forest and deep into the thing to provide guidance and conditioning on what is happening and what's the next case. So, it does mention connection and inheritance. So inheritance, I'm not, don't get a whole lot out of here from that perspective, except for inheritance that you will leave, not gain. So looking into the things that you're doing now, which will be your long-term legacy of everything around you. But it is telling you to continue on being the guide and walking the guide and letting others follow in your path as they are able to continue that. So that's the Guide from the Citadel.
The Guide from the Citadel.
From the Citadel.
I'd like to say 3 of Rods. 3 of wands. Is that correctly? Wands.
I don't know that the 3 of wands.
Wands. You know,
Maybe
I
just the
can't
3
say
of wands would be good.
All right, so you got your rods in front of you, and you're going forward. Don't forget that one opportunity that's hanging back here that you may not can see. You're looking forward, but don't forget to look behind this week and say, hey, is there something I don't see or something that I am missing? Ooh. Oh, I thought you were shaking your head at me.
I was.
You were?
Yes, for hitting my table and moving everything around.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. What does Tabby need to know? Tabby, we're on Tabby.
Let's do cut 1, 2, and 3. We've got, for Tabby, the witch.
Oh, that's a pretty one.
Experimentation and rebellion.
With all the moons.
So this would be an indicator to me that you either are or need to be doing your work. Meow. The witch is the rebellious aspect of what's in the current mainstream. So if you are not currently manifesting things, which I think you are, but if you're not doing a lot of work, if you're not working the work, if you're not witching the thing up, you need to. And if you are, continue doing so. A lot of things, whenever the witch comes up, something similar in any oracle, it's one of those manifestation cards. It's like saying, be the witch. Be the thing. Go outside, do the barefoot, put the stuff together, make the herbs, make the thing, whatever it is that you do that's witchy, do it and make it something big. Oh, I've got hiccups all of a sudden. But manifest it. Work through it and make sure that you're doing it. If you've been feeling a little bit disconnected lately, as far as you maybe haven't been doing as much, maybe just witchy magic, then do something simple. Do some candle magic, some knot magic, some burning blessings or curses, even for that matter, on today's topic, and get those out there so that you can kind of make some magic happen.
Cool.
Yeah. The witch.
And I show
Witches work only with magic.
6 of Wands, or to me, this is victory, success. This is a victory march. You're going forward. This is going to be a successful week. You've got it. There's no reason to stress, worry. What you're doing is working. It's going to be a successful week. I love the Morgan Greer.
I do too. It's pretty. I almost used it the other night on Apocrypha.
Oh,
Tabby, I hope
You
that put some things on there. You got some clean jars. Look, so do we, and we're going to do some magic today with our clean jars.
We're on Paranormal Witch.
Some drinking magic.
What does Paranormal Witch need to think about this week? Whoop, whoop.
Paranormal. Orientation for a new job. What does she need to know for tomorrow? Or for the week, even, really. Yeah.
What? Orientation for a new job tomorrow. What does the spirit want me to know? Okay.
Paranormal, the first thing it wants you to know is to take control, according to the Catalyst. The Catalyst is about radical changes and taking control. So this means what the universe wants you to know, what the source and spirit wants you to know, is that you need to allow yourself to be the catalyst. Be in control of what you're doing. Don't fear what's new. Don't fear learning something new and getting oriented to something. Don't go in and minimize yourself or be small. Go in exactly as you are and who you are and command control of what your next step is. And you will continue to succeed with this. And I really think that if we look at this card in its position also of you having a new job, I really think that you're moving in a really positive direction. I think this job is going to be much better than what you've experienced previously.
Cool.
I really do, because the catalyst to me would only show up when something is changing or something is being catalyzed to move in a better manner. Thank you.
All right, there will be someone there that's been with the company a while, that's wise. You'll meet her coming up. Like Salann said, don't minimize yourself or make yourself small. Show your true self, what your strengths are, and this person's going to guide you into success at the new place. I think you're
so.
going to really like this job. I think you're going to be successful. You'll meet and align with someone that can help you, that has been with the company for a while, maybe 2 years or 20. But you'll know them when they present themselves. All right. It's going to be good.
Very much so.
Be on the lookout for
Stand
this.
tall, yes,
person.
ma'am. All right, Ravina Dawn. Dawn on the edge of the ravine.
I like that.
Once again, I see a piece of the sky. My joy never will be denied, 'cause I was meant to be here. The only place on earth where you are near. The edge. Sorry. All right, Ravina Dawn.
Ravina down. What's that flower you've got on?
The Acolyte. Excuse me.
Oh, where's Regs?
Acolyte. New projects and learning. New.
We will pull for Regs.
We will pull.
Of course.
All right. So the Acolyte. This is a really good card. Just judging by the name of it and what you kind of see on it, there's this representation of, you know, like upward growth and mobility and learning and knowledge, and that's what the Acolyte is, right? The Acolyte is the strong student, the one that has become the perfectionist in a thing. So there's something that's really close to you right now that you're learning. You need to take a deeper look into it, Ravina, and see if this is the thing for you. And if it is, you truly could become the expert, the Acolyte, the subject matter expert, or the SME for this thing. So it's definitely a moment of learning and need for learning and growth. Stepping in maybe to a new project. Maybe you're developing something that you're learning. I do tend to see when somebody uses the term acolyte more of a spiritual type acolyte than it is a work or other type of learning. So this seems like a spiritual thing, but not always. We'll see what Rook's cards say and determine on that piece. But for now, it really is just a focus on that need to grow to something new and become the expert in that thing. And you are working on that right now, whatever it is. And we'll see where it goes next.
So I pulled a couple.
Okay.
So first, again, the Queen of Pentacles showed up. So to me, that means this could be you in control of things. You're knowledgeable about work, about your finances. And I said, well, what does that mean? Because you just showed up. And the Knight of Cups showed up. And then so it's telling me, all right, you may be focused a lot on work and success or physical things, but what's something you could learn about? A new connection, a new emotional connection. Don't neglect, with the success of work, don't neglect that emotional part. And it's probably just going back to somebody. It might be somebody you recently met, a new friend, but go ahead and work on that. Give a little time to that. And then I pulled another one and it said the Sun. So if you do those things, you're good with your finances, you're good with your possessions. If you just nourish that new friendship or rekindling of an old one this week, something emotional, everything's fine. It'll be complete. You need the physical, and we also need to be nourished. And you need, not physical, we need things that we need to be secure, possessions, but we also need nourishment from an emotional standpoint. And with both in a balance, it'll be all good. So I pulled 3
Nice.
for those for this week. Then we have Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Sir Kelvin.
So,
Kelvin.
Hopefully that helps you out a little bit, Ravina, and gives you some insight or matches something that you're doing or gives you a new way to go. I do want to mention, Rook said it earlier that we might, and we do want to start doing actual full reads.
In gray sweatpants.
at some point. So we don't have anything set up for that. We don't have anything specific to do that. It will be random streams where we're playing games. What we did last time is we played games and then we would take breaks in between and read.
That was fun.
So I'm pretty sure you might find us live again tonight playing Dead by Daylight, most likely.
Yes.
And then between rounds and stuff, we will
read.
Do some readings. And do a couple of cards apiece instead of just one.
Yeah.
But Kelvin, yes, we're doing the general unless you have anything else to ask or any question. We've got to do that order as soon as we're done. I'm gonna start that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't start it today. Start it tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow night.
Tomorrow morning, yeah. You'll be here tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So we can let it run.
Kelvin, the card I pulled for you is called the Herald, and it says small regrets on the card.
No regrets.
No regrets. So what I would guess, or get from, or feel from this card, is that there is becoming, or there will be a moment very soon that brings a message to you or leads you in a new direction and makes you potentially regret or feel a certain way about something that's happened. And this may have already happened very recently, but I think it hasn't happened yet. The Herald represents to me the oncoming of something, or the new the thing that comes after the Tower, right? And so I'm thinking there's something that you've done recently, like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. It's nothing big, but it is going to alter kind of where you go next. And so that there's going to be a next step in whatever you're doing that's going to be a new process, or a new, not a new process, a new foray into something that you've maybe dabbled in or you know a little bit about, but going into it much deeper. And it's a small regret or a small thing you think you made a mistake with that's going to lead you there. So I feel that that's where the Herald is coming from. They're bringing you some new news and a new pathway as a response to something that you've done that felt like a regret, but truly is going to turn out to be a bless to go in a different direction. That needs to happen.
Right. And Eight of Pentacles says it's going to be some work this week. Physical work you're going to be putting in to manifest something this week, but it will be successful. So just be ready. It's not going to be the same, or it might be a little harder than it has been, but you're going to put some work in this week and the results are going to be positive from that.
Nice.
Eight of Pentacles.
I wonder, going with my card, if maybe, Kelvin, that's kind of connecting the two. Maybe this new small thing that you're like, I wish I would have done that. Maybe you passed up a position. Maybe you took a different job than you originally had thought, but something really positive is going to come out of that, I think. Maybe that's...
Yeah, and I get physical work.
Kind of where it's going from. I don't know. Dragon Dancer, the Celtic Tree deck. I have 2 Celtic Tree Oracle decks. I'll have to ask you which one. And Furry Rage, the vampire deck. I have like 5 of those, so we'll have to figure out which one.
Furry Rage wants a reading from the vampire deck.
And Dragon Dancer from the Celtic Tree deck.
Yeah.
That would be cool. We could, you know what we need? I know what we need to do. I have an idea.
Lady Regs, do you have a question in particular?
When we go live
Yes.
to do streaming or whatever, to actually do tarot, we'll pick 4 or 5 different decks to pull from and let people choose.
Cool.
Hey, which reading do you want
Hey,
from?
that works.
Yeah.
What does Lady Regs need to know for the week? Lady Regs in the house.
I don't know why you keep changing and making it complicated.
Whom?
You.
Oh.
Guys, for today and for the future, when you put your name into the draw or put your name in the hat for us to put you on the list for a read, you will get a general read unless you otherwise state. So when Rook keeps asking you to say it again, it's defeating the purpose. So you will get a general read, and Rook will no longer ask that question. So
Hey,
when you
kick
say,
me
I want a
out.
tarot reading, please, you'll put the question in. Oh, honey, I will and can and
Kick
shall.
me out.
Deuces, honeysuckle.
Ooh, I like that. I'm going to call Rook Honeysuckle.
Regs, the first card, or the card that I've got for you, is the Weaver.
Dreamweaver.
So to me, the Weaver is the transmuter, the alchemist. It is transforming and transmutation, transmogrification of utilizing things to make something that is much bigger than the sum of its parts. So when you are weaving, you are not just taking two threads and making it into a sweater or a blanket. You're using threads with energy, intention, the motion of your hands, the energy that provides your hands to do the movements needed for weaving, along with the energy it takes to think of what the pattern is going to be and to make the decisions electrically in your brain to do that. That electric energy comes from the source and the soul, and it comes from the food that you eat, which come from the land, which come from the stardust that we're all made of. So when the weaver is weaving something, they are taking two things and they're adding in an energy to get something that is way bigger than the sum of all of its parts. So as you work through whatever it is you're working through, you're having some sort of a rediscovery or a reinvigoration into a path that you've been looking into and some knowledge that you've been enjoying. But it's taking you to the next level with that stuff. Like you're rediscovering a love for that thing, that process, or maybe that topic that's really wanting you to get going again. And then that transition, the reminder of what alchemy and transitioning and transmutation actually is, and that is creation. And, you know, we might not be creating energy, and we might not be creating, certain things, but what we are doing is we are putting things together in different manners for them to be utilized in a different way. A ball of yarn doesn't help warm me up in the middle of the winter, but a blanket that was made does, and that blanket doesn't make itself unless somebody put their hands and their mind to it to make that blanket. That's what the weaver is. So whatever you're weaving, you're in the right spot, the right place. It's helping you rediscover something you love, and it's helping you kind of transition and move towards that new thing.
All right. And I drew 2 of 1. So whatever it is, you've started something new, you've taken the charge, you've initiated, but it's better together. So there is someone that will present an idea, assistance, feedback, criticism. Take it. It is better together on your new pursuit. The assistance of that second person or partnership will be very valuable to this endeavor project that you're working on.
Yeah. I like that.
I love Morgan Greer's.
I love all of my tarot.
So does Lynn. Moon Dancer
I
Lynn.
need to see Lynn. I haven't seen her in a
I
minute.
love her.
So guys, that's
That
tarot
made
for the day.
sense. I hope that made sense to everyone
And if it
today.
didn't, we don't normally make sense anyway.
And if it didn't, we don't normally make sense anyway. At least me. I can't speak for him.
That's accurate. God, if they could see your handwriting though.
It's beautiful. Amazing.
It's so confusing.
I have amazing penmanship. I'll just, if I must say myself. Thank y'all for stopping in.
Are you okay?
Y'all come back now here.
Fun times. Guys, that's it for today. We really appreciate you coming in. Rook has to do his favorite part, which we will do. We've kind of updated it a little bit. We need to do some more and better updates, so we're going to switch to that.
What?
But let's catch up and chat real quick, too. Paranormal, thank you. Yes, thank you. I like the Sunday service, too. I really enjoy just being here and have the conversations, and what you guys throw in here makes me think about a lot of things. I enjoy it. Kelvin, you're welcome. Chainmail weaving, that is neat. I love seeing that kind of stuff. It is so pleasing to somebody with OCD or tactile types of issues, man. That's serious. And Regs, yes, recently doing group visualization was the first time I was using my hands in motion meditation. It was instructed to do so. Just haven't organically.
Oh, cool.
I'm assuming you might have met not. But yeah, like that's one thing, like for me, whenever I'm doing any type of visualization or meditation, I have to have some kind of repetitive music, and I get in this rhythmic motion. It's just really important to get me going back and forth. Fairy Rage says, but thank you for joining in. Thank you guys.
ADHD. Yes.
Let's transition this over. We're gonna get this the last bit. I'm gonna let Rook do his thing.
Please. Oh, can I start or not yet?
Kind of already did.
Please check out all of these awesome creators, witches and wonderfuls. Paranormal Witch, Lady Rose 819 on Instagram. Check out her blogs. They're really cool, informative, educational, and awesome. Unexplained Possibilities on YouTube and Unexplained Possibilities on Instagram. Everybody loves Melvin and all the topics he touches on the paranormal, alien, and unknown, as well as occult. Ziggy Dreadful on Twitch. Lady Ziggy streams games, and if you stop in, she's likely to invite you in to play and have some conversation. Addie Estate on YouTube and most social media, who along with this guy next to me does a Friday night podcast called Apocrypha at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. And coming soon, content, Mystic Manny and Dragon Dancer. I can't wait to get them linked in and see what they're doing. I know Mystic Manny has been streaming lately, I see, and we want to catch up and try to pay attention to that. And we are Two Pondering Pagans on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so much for stopping in and spending time on Sunday for our Sunday Circle. And bye.
Yes, thank you. We will see you around. Good luck. If you have any topic ideas, punch them in to the Discord, the Two Pondering Pagans Discord, and we will look them up and bring some stuff, even if we don't know what the hell we're doing.
Dragon's coming soon. Oh, that's hilarious. She said, "Don't let me beat you." For age, I will.
All right. I've learned a lot in this last few minutes.
Okay, whoop whoop.
I
have several sticks to choose from. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Well, Brad's been excited for the day. All right. But thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We look forward to seeing you again. Remember, our next shows are the first and third Sunday of every month. We will pepper in additional shows. We may do one next Sunday. We may not. We'll see. But you will always get them the first and third.
If not, we'll see you in December.
Thank you, and talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.